So in this video, we're gonna talk about how to build your confidence from zero. And by zero, I really mean from zero. If you have no confidence, if you haven't spoken English to anybody, let's suppose you're from a country where your first language is not English, okay? And you want to move to a new country, or if you want to improve your English language, and let's suppose if my country, we're not supposing it because it's true, my country, our first language is not English, but our official language, if I'm not mistaken, that's English. And by official language, I mean in offices, in books, in notebooks, everything. We read and write and speak English most of the places. And if you go to higher level corporate offices, if you go to government offices, they will speak to you in English. And there's a social stigma in our country too, that if you don't speak English, they won't look, how do I say it? I'm not finding the right word. They will think you as a low quality person. I'm not here to change the rules because that's how the rules are. And if you want to play by the rules, why not to win the game? If you want to play the game, why not to win the game, right? So in this video, we're going to talk about how to improve your English language if your English language is not very good and if that's not your first language. So let's suppose, I keep saying that, I've said it a million times, the only thing that you can do to change your way of living, and if you want to improve your life, the only thing you can do is work on yourself. There's nothing else. You can't go up to somebody and say that, yes, can you change my life for me? He'll be like, why can't you change yourself? Why can't you change it yourself? If you can't change your own life, if you're not able to put efforts into your own life, why would somebody else do it? You have to put efforts into your own life. And if you're watching this video, you're the type of person who wants to increase their English language, and if you want to increase their English language skills, then yes, you had the right video. And you have to put efforts into it. That's how I did. I came from of course, I studied in a good school, thanks to my parents. But the thing was, over there, most of the students were speaking English. I don't know, like from frick knows where they got to know that English language. But me, I just wasn't able to speak good English. I like, surely you can argue that, yeah, I mean, over there students, over there teachers, principals and professors over there were speaking English. That's how you got to know the language. That's true. I used to watch movies, to English movies, but the thing was, I was good at writing, I was good at reading, I was good at listening. But speaking, you can't be good at it unless you speak. If people around you speak English, and if people around you, if the books and the notebooks around you are in English, you can improve your listening, you can improve your writing, and you can improve your reading. But if you're not speaking, you tell me, how are you gonna improve your English? You know, right? That's how I did. I was in a good school. People around me, they were speaking English to each other. I don't know why, because let's suppose we both speak a language, A, let the letter A, and you know A, I know A. Why are we speaking English? Why not to speak a language, right? I don't know why is that, but people around me, they were speaking English. And that's where I came from. So I was like, okay, I have to improve this language. I have to really put my effort into it, because I planned after that that I'll go to Canada. And once I came to Canada, so let me tell you how Canada is. There are different provinces. That's what we call states in our country. So over in Canada, you have different provinces like Nova Scotia, Ontario, British Columbia, Alberta, and all that other provinces, right? So in some provinces like Ontario, British Columbia, I don't know, Vancouver, is that a province? I don't think so. Like other provinces, most of the people over there, if you're an Indian and if you go to over there, you will find many Indians there. You will find your own people there. So there's no need to improve your language over there, because the place you work, the place you stay, and the college you go to. Of course, you're gonna, of course, it's a white country, so you're gonna see some, white people there, but you will be surrounded by your own people. So there's no definite need that people feel over there that they want to increase their English language skills, that they want to improve their English language. That's what I feel. But I came in a province where I used to see like one Indian or maybe one Pakistani or one Bangladeshi in one day. That's how rare people were back when I came here in 2022. I used to talk, I used to see, I used to live, and I used to work for white people, and they spoke English. And by English, I mean real English. They didn't say anything else, no other language, not even French. They only spoke English. And I was, how you play a game? Let's suppose you play PUBG, okay? It's a it's a guns game. If you know about that, I'm sure you know about that. If you play PUBG, let's suppose there's a room, you have a squad, and you have to kill the other squad. So you're a group of four people, and you have to attack and defend yourself from other four people. So let's suppose in those four people, the three of the people they were pro, and you are the person who downloaded that game for the first time. That's how I was when I came here. I don't know how I passed that IELTS exam. So there's an exam when you have to move to Canada. You have to give that exam. I'm I'm telling you from my own heart, from the bottom of my heart, that I wasn't freaking good at that exam. I was not. My English, my listening, my reading, and my writing, those were good. I guess that's why I passed the exam somehow. But my speaking was freaking bad, bad. If you heard me when I was speaking English over there to the professor or to the instructor, you'd be freaking laughing at me. But yeah, that's how bad my English was. And with that PUBG analogy, now you know how bad I was when I came here. And when I came here, I didn't have any freaking clue like how to speak. I didn't have any clue how idioms work, how like slangs and all that they work here. They kept on saying something to me I wasn't even understanding. And they, like, some people, they speak so fast. I'm like, can you please slow down? And he used to speak like this, to be honest. Can you please slow down? In my Indian accent. That was so fucking funny, bro. When I remember it, it was so funny. But the reason I'm telling you my story is because I did work on that. And now, like, I'm not saying my English right now is 10 out of 10, but now I get the slangs, now I get the idioms, now I know how to make jokes, now I know how to approach people, now I know what to say, what not to say, and all that. Why? Because I did increase my confidence from zero to somehow, let's suppose, 6 out of 10 or 7 out of 10. I'm not saying 10 out of 10. And how did I do it? Because I did put my effort into it. I used to speak to everybody. I used to fucking speak to everybody. I'm not even lying. When I used to work for a sandwich shop over here, I used to freaking speak to every freaking buddy. I'm not even freaking kidding you. Like, do you know how dedicated I was, how motivated I was to speak my English language? Because I wasn't, like, people were disrespecting me in their English language with their slangs and all that. You know what? Like, as I told you, my listening and my, um, I like, I wasn't very dumb. I knew that they were speaking something bad about me in front of my face, but I wasn't able to say something, like, I wasn't to deliver a comeback to that because I didn't know how to speak. I knew that was a very tough situation because let's suppose you and me are talking. I throw some jokes at you. I try to shit test you, and you're not able to come back to me. How would you feel? You will feel very bad, right? Although you know that I'm trying to shit test you. That's how the kind of situation I was in. So that's why that was my dedication of that I want to improve my English language. I don't want to be like moderate people just speaking like, oh yeah, hello, how are you, good, oh nice, nice, nice to meet you, okay, bye, see you then. I wasn't like that, okay? I wanted to freaking, I still have that fire in my mind. I want to improve my English language out of 10 out of 10. Right now, I would say I guess I am on 5 out of 10, but I want to improve my English language. And how did I build this confidence? And how did I remove my social anxiety? I have mentioned most of the things that I speak over here, and some other tips and tricks, like also I have mentioned a 7-day trial period, a 7-day things that you can do, 7-day challenges in my ebook. That's in the first link of the description and the first comments too. If you want to check that out, you can. But how did I do it? Because I put my mind into it, I put my dedication into it, and I was not backing away from it. I wanted to do it, and I did it. I went from 0 out of 10 English to 5 or 6 out of 10 English. I'm being very humble right now. I don't want to be an arrogant guy, because in person, if you meet me, I'm a very humble guy. I'm not very arrogant. But about myself, I'm very self-aware. I did put my effort into this language, and that's how I erased my social anxiety, and that's how I became good at this language. If you want to buy my ebook, first link in this is, if you want to buy my language ebook course, first link in the description. And if you have any ideas to this video, how to increase the sound quality or the audio quality and the video quality, how is this, you can tell me in suggestions in the comment sections. I'll be open to more suggestions. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video.